Once a month, I meet up with my girlfriends from school. Listening to them excitedly talk about their love lives, I just smile and stay silent, like some English lord who didn't utter a single word until he turned 16, and only then because his porridge had burned. What could I possibly share with them? A story about a parent-teacher meeting? The cleaning lady? My thermage session? La Mer cream? Or hyaluronic injections? Taking care of myself is just part of my job now. I do it on autopilot. But why do I put so much effort into it? Why do I endure waxing and anti-cellulite massage? I'm convinced that if I ever stopped putting on lipstick, the last person to notice would be my husband. And yet, I know that turning my life upside down, getting a divorce and starting from scratch, would be foolish. To feel like a woman again, all I really needed was a harmless fling. But with whom? Reputation, like money, follows the law of accumulation. Once you hit critical mass, it starts working for you. Over the years of a blissful marriage, most men I know have developed an immunity to me, and vice versa. An affair with a coworker, a friend's husband, or an old classmate, that would just be desperate. And the gossip, the whispers, no, thank you. Even I was surprised by how cool-headed I was. I weighed all the options, picked my moment, waited for a work trip to Europe, and along with my business suits, packed sheer lingerie, Louboutin heels, and a bottle of antiseptic. By the time I was done preparing, the idea of cheating had gone from thrilling adventure to project management task. Not quite the feeling I was hoping for, but perhaps necessary to see it through. Then it was just a matter of waiting. At breakfast in the hotel, I noticed a fit, polished man. Asian, clearly a businessman. Unlike the loud, overweight British and German tourists, he was understated and self-contained. He didn't notice me, though, smiling only at his plate. By evening, I had wrapped up my meetings and had the next day free. I could have stayed in bed till noon, gone to the pool, but something told me to go back to that restaurant. This time, I walked in looking like I'd just rolled out of bed, and he noticed. He studied me for a long time over his eggs. Later, he caught up to me in the lobby and offered to show me the city. We had a lovely day. He played tour guide. I pretended not to notice he was quoting from a travel brochure. The fact that he never once asked about my husband or children more than made up for his awkward compliments. In this parallel world we had slipped into, I was young, beautiful, desired, and totally free. That night, we had dinner at the hotel and then went up to my room. Back when this was all just a plan, I was obsessed with the details. What excuse would I use to get him into my room? How do you subtly offer a condom without killing the mood? Lights on or off? And most importantly, how do you survive waking up next to a stranger? But apparently, this stranger had experience. It all happened naturally. In the dark, no foolish tenderness. In the morning, I woke up alone. We didn't cross paths at breakfast. No notes at the front desk, no flowers, no calls, no business card with a number. He disappeared with grace, leaving me not just with a beautiful night, but with the feeling that it had all been an erotic dream. That maybe nothing had happened at all. The guilt I had expected never arrived. Neither did any particular longing to return to my family. It was like that post-sex mood. Some want warmth and cuddles. Others just want to be alone. 3.5 hours later, the plane landed at Sheremetyevo. I still felt that same quiet detachment. My husband was waiting to pick me up. We always joke around, often pretty harshly. So when he asked, "How was the trip?" "Hope you found yourself a lover." I went with the classic best defense is a good offense tactic. "Yes, darling." "Young, handsome, rich?" "Not really. Just an interesting middle-aged Asian man." "Good in bed?" "Pretty good. Solid B plus why not an A?" I was late to the lineup. "Are you serious?" By rights, I should have said. Yes, I'm serious. I almost did. But caution won out. Instead, I said, "What do you think?" and tucked myself under his arm so I wouldn't accidentally meet his eyes. For a second, it looked like he actually wondered, seriously wondered, if I, his perfect wife, lover, and mother of his children, could have cheated. Maybe it was the first time that thought had ever crossed his mind, but it stuck with him. He'd suggest Chinese food one day, or Japanese, up to you. He'd awkwardly try to eavesdrop on my phone calls, or glance over my shoulder when I was on Facebook. I, in turn, watched him butter toast, read detective novels, chat on the phone, and asked myself, if I met this man for the first time today, no shared history, would I like him? And I realized I would. I even found myself getting jealous, as if it were he who had cheated, not me. A year has passed since then. I don't regret anything, but I also know there won't be another adventure like that again.